Hi everyone, this is Catherine at Humaina. We're here today to showcase our new flagship product, Humaina Private LLMs. As a background, Humaina is an AI consultancy. We've been in the business of supporting organizations with data science, machine learning, and AI solutions for 20 years. And as a recurrent request from our clients, we have built this product to solve the pain point of having LLM capacity in a private context that is GDPR data privacy compliant and also does not tell all your business secrets to the competition. So, to jump right into it, we are now on the landing screen. Upon successful sign in, we can choose our AI expert. There are various models available open source that are fine tuned for specific use cases, for example, medical, code, building regulations, German law. No, actually, these are some that I have personally fine tuned using RAG, retrieval augmented generation. And we will go over all the different features in this little demo. We can, for example, share our location and retrieve results from Google or otherwise that are relevant to our business. We can search business intelligence where we can utilize Google to find specific use cases, suppliers, clients. We can select a region where we want to search to run. For example, if you are in the UK and you want to sell to China, you would not see the most relevant results on your Google search. We're helping with this. We are helping with compliance, transparency, and reporting requirements in line with the EU regulations. So our models. They are completely monitored. We have logs of all the conversations, all your users, your customers, your employees, whatever they ask your private LLM. We can log it, we can categorize it into any categories you are interested in discovering. So, those are just arbitrary examples. They will be tailored to your own use case. We have just recently built in a toxicity classifier as well for in response to requests for safeguarding. And also, as you can see here, we have various AI models and their responses. So we can then go back also and run analytics on finding out which AI model responds the best, which one hallucinates, which one is really helping our clients, our employees get their job done faster. So all of these things are possible with Humana Private LLMs without ever leaving your data center. So you don't have to worry about sending business critical information or personal identifiable information to an outside organization because you can absolutely run open source models on your own server, computer, or data center. So, as an example to highlight the capacities of these models, we can go back to the AI experts and look at the German law expert here. Uh, this is a example product that I've built from the website Gesetze im Internet.de. And if you click on it and translate it to English, if you don't happen to speak German, you will discover that the German Ministry of Justice has published all their laws and regulations sorted by alphabet in PDF on this website. So what I did was taking all these PDFs and putting them into a vectorized database, which means that the text has been cut into chunks and converted into an array of lots of numbers. And then any query you send to the LLM would also be a vector full of numbers, which mean nothing to us, but a lot to the AI. So AI can quickly understand this, match the numbers using the cosine similarity, and find the most relevant of these laws in the database of documents. So we're asking it here, for example, what this youth justice law says about, I don't know. I am looking for a use case. Right. So I've just copy pasted something about the youth law and how they can be criminally prosecuted. And this query is now being processed. We have to wait a little bit because it is obviously running on a very non commercial laptop at the moment. It's going through the database now and try to find the most similar piece of text related to our query and has come up with the answer. That the answer is in the Jugendgerichtsgesetz, so the youth justice law, and it says that they have to be older than 14 but not have reached maturity, which would be 18 in Germany. It tells you the paragraph. And article where that is stated that they can apparently be arrested for 10 to 15 years, according to paragraph 106, Absatz 1. And there is more laws also in Absatz 3 that they can order other things. So we have demonstrated that this model takes a few seconds to read the entire body of the German legislation, of which there is a lot. And to just demonstrate another example, I have found that they also have regulation on how to become a gardener. So I am asking the AI here now, how do I say this in German? What are the requirements to in Germany to become a gardener? Now, I don't have the umlauts in German, so this is actually a little bit of a curveball for the AI. So let's see if it can correctly find the relevant legislation and give us the answer. Obviously, I'm looking at the legislation right now, so I know what the answer should be and where it should be found. And here we go. So in Germany, to become a gardener, you need meet the following requirements. You need the apprenticeship. You need practical experience, and you need to know about plants, soil, and nutrition, and also organization and time management, communication with clients and colleagues. And it quotes then the law, the jobs in garden and landscaping, and it also tells me that there are other things I could do, other apprenticeships that I could do, and make some suggestions here, and also points me to the correct law where I can find it from the Ministry of Education and Research, I believe it just said. So now when we go at the chat analytics, we can see that our latest query is in the logs as expected, and we can see categorized it wrongly as companionship because I didn't give it any options about law or gardening, etc. But we can see the toxicity, and we can see that Llama 3 responded to this question today. So this is the power of the analytics log in action. Now, last but not least, I would like to show this feature that I've built in, which is the compare models feature. So we can compare, it says here 4, but I've actually added 5 now since the release of Llama 3, 5 popular open source models, and we can feel which one will work best for our use case. So the idea here is to ask it a quite specific question about the use case, your industry, something that you would like AI to help you with, and then get responses from not one but 5 different models, so you can compare which model is most likely to hallucinate, which model has seen most relevant data about your specific domain. I have just asked it how to implement time series indexing in MongoDB, which is a very technical question. And we can see here that the AI is already busy looking at code and finding me the right solutions. It's taking a while because now it's running over 5 different models. So currently it's asking about Orca Mini, and that's Orca Mini's response. And as you can see, it's finding pretty correct looking code that is supposed to help me with this time series indexing. And if we go back here, okay, it's still processing the query. This is the feature that I'm planning to change very shortly and convert it into an automated email response, because it will be easier than waiting for the response. But just to show that it can actually process this in real time on your laptop, we can look at the results here from the query I asked earlier regarding LLMs and GDPR, where Tiny Llama, the smallest model, gives me a very brief response, whereas Orca Mini, which is similarly small as Tiny Llama, Llama 2 and Sensor Stable LM2, and Llama 3 being larger, giving more detailed and more accurate responses as we increase the compute time. So to give you an example, I believe Llama 3 requires about 4 gigabyte of space on your hard drive. Tiny Llama, I think it's 1 gigabyte, and the inference is considerably faster. but also the context length is shorter in the smaller models. So it's between you, the client, and us, the consultant, to determine which is the right LLM for your use cases. There is also other considerations. For example, do you want it to be a chat assistant? Do you want it to do question answering? Do you want it to summarize documents? All of these things use underlying LLM technology but are highly bespoke, and we work with you to get you the solution that you need. So yeah, it's quite interesting to see how Llama 3 has quite a lot of background on GDPR and LLMs, because it is the most recent model, was published only very recently by Meta, the company behind Facebook. And it says that, for example, we need to be mindful of how the user interacts with LLM powered applications. Are we collecting personal data, user queries, feedbacks, ratings? We need to have a legitimate reason for processing the data. All of this is already or should be part of your data compliance. And using Humaina Private LLMs means that you can harness the power of large language models to exponentially increase your productivity and minimize costs and HR expenses without breaching any of these regulations. Here it says, when transferring personal data outside the European Union, ensure that you comply with EU data transfer regulations. Again, it's not applicable to Humana LLM because you're not transferring data out of your own data center. It says also, I believe Tiny Llama said to ensure that to be mindful that LLMs do not have specific knowledge of your business use case. And we have already demonstrated that they can if you provide them the right context with vector index search. So this is a quite interesting conversation I had with the AI. And yes, this product addresses all those pain points. So now we can see that this was a computer question with the time series in MongoDB, and it gives me the different results from different models, which I then can further analyze and meet my reporting requirements, and do also analytics to improve model responses and monitor for safeguarding, categorize nature of inquiry and responses, etc. So I expect this space to change drastically over the next few months, and then especially years, as the regulatory environment is catching up with the LLM privacy requirements and safety and regulations. So you'll probably see a lot of development in this particular feature in the analytics screen shortly. But it's also worth mentioning that it is entirely dependent on the customer. And what we've built here is, or what we're showing here is a demo with a very broad use case scenario, a general chatbot where you can upload context files as well to pass the LLM information on the fly without ever showing it to an outside organization. We also have in-house the capacity to produce knowledge graphs for you. So we can use Python Network X, for example, to represent relationships between different entities relevant to your business, and also convert them to context and pass them to your LLM. Now, last feature is the simple chat demo. I've currently connected this to Llama 3, so you can just have a very quick question answer session. And I believe it also I put in context as well, so you can have ongoing conversations with Llama 3 about anything you want to ask in private. So here I'm asking, what is the best open source model for LLMs? Obviously curious to know if these models are at all biased in their responses. So you can see already that Llama 3 has already started to respond here. And when we look at the answer, it says that there are several excellent open source models for large language models that you can consider. Few notable ones: Transformers, PyTorch, Big Bird, Logformer, Reformer, Electra. And it says it depends on your specific use case, etc., which is why we're here at Humaina as your consultant to help you make those choices, build the solution, and make sure that your solution evolves as the regulatory landscape evolves, and you're always up to date with the latest open source models, of which there are many, and the community is thriving. They're getting better every day, and there's more of them every day. So whatever your pain point, we'll find a solution for you. So I want to thank you for watching this little demo, and please reach out if you have any questions at all.